Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey! Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia, are you alright?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait, why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe you're right. This place is huge! I knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Windstrider! Follow the wind.
Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Time to go. The wind knows me.
Scatter!
One with nature.
Propagate! By royal decree!
Time to go.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey! What's the matter? You don't look so good!
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. Bow before the Abyss.
Time to go. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Spring forth! Scatter!
Wind strike!
Abyss grants me new life. The end is nigh.
Oz, repeat! Propagate! Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your brother. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete... His Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in his eyes is that of an annoying bug. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is... But don't you fret now. Today will be your...
What do we do? We haven't seen her page. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's...
So sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? That's really not like... Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first. Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good...
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my,
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to...
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a...
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of... I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small... In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they did... It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized...
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw... I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save... Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tina... Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. All right, we're out, Traveler. Today's menu will feature Sweet Madame.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it.
Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already washed it. Oh, it smells amazing!
Are you already finished cooking? Mmm, smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte. Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect?
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers, naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was she sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long...
That was primarily due to her body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, she could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory... Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born Ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry, though. It appears you've already... Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional meditation technique...
Whew. Well, that's really...
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing.
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Archon at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is... Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be... I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with... Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge. And touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will... That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while
Whoa! So knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous! Aren't you afraid...
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight. And dead silent without even the sound of However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the dead. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And they have the cure...
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god... I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always... I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, it was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. But I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming... just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things she saw when she connected with...
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting...
Now that we know Hypatia is alright, and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about...
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting... As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly...
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite...
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your... I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like...
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your...
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in...
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer.
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can...
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Immort. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the academia that utilizes the legacy of... Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the academia's expertise. So...
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! important to say to Kale before we leave.
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go.
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition, but I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends. There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we can't. Thank you. That means a lot. Oh? What is it? It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas. I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you.
Time to go. Sure.
Sumeru City! We finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did...
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most... As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers... Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Ahem. May the mighty God bless us with their... Seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we wanted.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying. Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? You too? Well... Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that... He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the Academia. Maybe he'll be able to... Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home. Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Here, this is a letter from...
Oh, let me see. Oh! Ooh, what a relief. Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that?
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't... All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the...
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a...
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain...
Aw, but...
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around, and besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers.
Okay.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the Academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on. This is a survival...
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but so what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here. Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network.
Astra Abyssosk. Hello, Traveler and
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do—
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other—
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks number Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, if you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's head. You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
All right, off to the Citadel of Razor we go!
Illegal trade is strictly prohibited here.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about—
I see. So, Catherine's the one who's— Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro—
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in lesser—
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in God, in their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord, because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces—
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that—
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it.
All right. Well, thanks for the info.
No problem. Always happy to help out.
Seems Asfand was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about—
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faith—
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about— Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophet, panicked by what he heard. The man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him. With the man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to—
Okay,
And then the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar, Archon Seeker. Do you now understand? She and her wisdom have along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind.
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside.
In a way, it seems like—
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali—
Of course. So did you two know that— I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. This stinks! We finally managed to find him. Let's see if we can get rid—
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress?
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrist?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction?
Yeah, she went that—
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
I don't get it.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so—
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are are you? And why are you shooing?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and... My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that you're...
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back!
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double?
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you...
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, and I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept, and every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been... Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have. This is my life and my last chance. So I wanted...
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now?
Yes, I'm sure. At least...
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves...
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need some... So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what you're...
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You just can't beat the atmosphere. Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't...
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and but please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers...
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Paimon... Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've...
Huh?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bed. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even my younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a sep. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I'm... Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dinnerzad, is there anything you want? Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen. But, can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me. And beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. Nor would I have learned how to read. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zero's festival for her.
What's the
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, but because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death.
Aww.
It is. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly...
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get...
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least...
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu? The one who sends flowers to...
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was
yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared. So I had Nilu sell one of my... I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kus...